To do dungeons effectively, you will also require to be able to clear all rooms as fast as possible. Therefore, in this video, I will be ranking and showing you all the clearing weapons. The reason why I'm making this video is because I have noticed that there are a lot of people that carry only a single weapon. For example, people just carry a livid dagger, but a livid dagger isn't really helpful when it comes to clearing because you can only kill one mob at a time. Well, of course, there is that ability where you throw an axe, but it has a 5-second cooldown and that's downtime. We don't love downtime. Actually, a bit more downtime. I didn't know where to fit this in this video, so I'll just put it here. If you enjoy this video and you want to see more Skyblock videos, I would appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. Help me reach 60,000 subs before the end of the year. Oh, and of course, use code Alaawii in the Hypixel store. Okay, I'm done. Let's jump into it. Each class has its own weapon that are used for clearing, so I'll divide this video into 3 sections: Berserk, Archer, and Mage. Healers and tanks are pretty much built to use Berserk weapons, so those are the same. Unless you're like one of those weirdos who use a Mage setup as a tank. Okay, no downtime. The first weapon is Dreadlord's Sword. So this weapon is extremely cheap and has the ability to shoot skulls. As a mage just getting started, this is definitely helpful. You wouldn't need to get close to mobs and it reaches quite far. But of course it's not really good past the entrance of floor 1, so I'll just put it on D. Second weapon is Bones of Staff. Pretty much the same physics as Dreadlord, but it shoots balloons a lot faster, which means it clears a lot faster. It does have decent AoE, so clearing will be better, and on top of that, it does decent amount of damage up to floor 3 and maybe 4, although the only annoying thing is that it has an annoying knockback when using it in close corners. So I'll put it in a C, just because of that. The third weapon is Frozen Scythe. This is a bit different. It does less AoE damage since it only shoots ice bolts in a straight line. Still really good though and easy to control compared to the Bones of Staff. I would say it's better than Bones of Staff in some rooms, but overall, I'll put it on C2, a higher C than Bonzo though. Next weapon is Spirit Scepter. Just look at this. It's just so helpful for clearing, has an amazing AoE and can get you up to floor 6 or even floor 7 depending on your catacomb level. Clearing with this is easy and you don't have to worry about the knockback. I actually see a lot of people using this to clear at the higher floors if they don't have a Hyperion, especially Iron Man players. I think it's A tier. Next weapon is the Yeti Sword. Okay, this is different from the Spirit Scepter. It shoots chunks from the floor into mobs. I mean, it does look cool, but for clearing, not the best. But if you're trying to clear mini bosses, that is where it shines. Plus you can use this from further back to avoid taking a lot of damage. I'll say it's a B. I still believe Spirit is better for clearing, but it does more damage than Spirit though. Next weapon is Midas Staff, or what some people like to call it, Midas Spoon. Get it? Because it looks like a spoon? Yeah, I don't get it either. This has a unique ability where it basically casts a wave of golden blocks in front of you and does a lot of damage to whatever it hits. Mostly for close range, but it's amazing. I'd say the downside of this is when you're clearing and the carpets are blocking most of the gold blocks. And not only carpets, they also block your teammates' projectiles, which ends up just griefing your team. But overall easy to clear and very satisfying to use, but it's only close range, so I'll put it at a lower A. Finally, the last weapon, Hyperion, or I guess any of the other Witherblade variants. Do I need to say anything though? Just look at it. S tier, 100%. And those are all the mage clearing weapons, which are also all of the mage weapons because all mage weapons are used for clearing. Now for Berserker clearing weapons. First one is Flower Truth. Used to be one of my favorite weapons before they nerfed it, but it's commonly used by Berserkers just because it's very helpful for clearing. The downside is that you don't really have enough mana majority of the time. It's just so annoying with no mana, but I still think it's A tier. Second one is Soul Whip. Now this is a weapon that does not require mana. It casts a whip in front of you and damages anything that it hits. It does decent damage and can lifesteal while doing it. But that's all it's good for in dungeons, clearing and lifestealing. I'll put it on a high A. If the Flower Truth didn't have a mana problem, I would say it's better. Third weapon is Axe of the Shredded. Since we're only judging clearing, I would put this as B. Only because clearing with this is so slow. Although it's as high as B because it's very helpful for clearing the Terracos phase in floor 6 boss room. Combining it with a Gyro wand, it's so OP, and same goes to all the other weapons to be honest. Gyro and Ice Spray helps so much. Thankfully it does have other benefits that aren't only for clearing, which I talked more about in the Berserker guide. Next weapon is Shadow Fury. I don't even know why I put this here. I guess it has an ability where you can teleport to 5 mobs, but not really that helpful to be honest. The only use I see is for clearing it's good to find bats and teleport around when doing secrets. I'd say it's a D though. Now for the final category, Archer. There isn't much here really. In reality, all bows clear at the same rate. You still have to charge and shoot, it's just a matter of how powerful your bow is, so I'll put all the bows at an F, just because nobody should ever fully clear a whole mob room with a bow. Short bows on the other hand, now those are good. The ability to just click or hold down a button and just run around clearing a whole room is so satisfying. Although as a player who uses Terminator a lot, Juju feels so weird and slow when it can only shoot one arrow at a time. Just for that reason, it's an A. But the highest A. I can't put it at the same level as the Hyperion. Terminator though, it shoots 3 arrows and does way more damage. I'll put it on S of course, but not better than the Hyperion. The only time it's better is in Master Mode, since mobs are stronger. And then the final weapon, Bone Meringue. Oh boy. If you haven't watched the previous video, I actually used the Bone Meringue. It did take a lot of my inventory slot, but clearing with it wasn't so bad. But it's not the same. I still wouldn't prefer using this to clear. It is kinda awkward to use to clear sometimes. Some situations it's good, in other situations it's horrible. It does have good single hit damage, so I guess there's that. I think I'll put it as a B. Sorry Bone Meringue fans. And those are all of the weapons, finally. Wait, did I miss something? Oh, Aspect of the Dragon. Never mind. In all seriousness, it's meh. It's good sometimes, but the mana cost is just too much and so many other weapons are better at clearing. Alright, I hope I didn't miss any weapons. If I did, probably wasn't good enough to make it to the list. Hopefully this gives people an understanding in which weapons are good for clearing. Remember, this isn't based on damage, it's based on how well they are used to clear. I guess damage does contribute to that, but you know what I mean. Definitely recommend you to watch the class guides if you haven't already. They include all of the weapons I mentioned above with more details. Anyways, once again, if you did enjoy this video, I would appreciate it if you hit that like button. And if you want to see more Skyblock videos, hit that subscribe button and have fun clearing. Bye!